Greetings, people of the internet. This is CardiX, and today is another video. But why is this one so early? Technically, it's not. It's like 1 a.m. as I'm recording this, but uh, usually I post like later in the day slash like after midnight of the day I intended to post in the first place. But anyway, this one's kind of early if you consider that I've been posting um every other day for the past week-ish. Has it been a week yet? I don't know. Probably not. Anyway, what you first saw was the preliminary sketching for this artwork. And this is technically a commission. It's not exactly, because this is a free thing that I did for one of my best friends for her book, because I love her and her book. I did, however, treat it much like a commission, so the reason why this one is quote unquote a big project is because I was treating it like a commission, and because I was okaying like almost everything I did with the quote unquote client. And one of the things that I struggled with was trying to get the size of the stag correct, because it's supposed to be a red deer, which is a pretty big species, but we had a discussion, and apparently they are only 4.5 feet at the shoulder. It's still kind of big, but considering the man character here is supposed to be 6'8", the deer is kind of dwarfed a little bit if they were to scale, which I'm pretty sure she wanted the stag to be a bit bigger than him. In any case, I did quite enjoy this, although it was quite stressful, I guess, just because I'm a perfectionist and I don't do these full illustrations very often, which I need to fix that, and doing the background was a bit annoying because I couldn't get the trees to turn out how I wanted them to, like kind of like how I did in the other illustration I did with the archer shooting the bear in the eye. That will be linked on the screen, possibly, if I remember to do that. Also, this video is a little over 17 minutes long. I haven't had a video quite that long in a little while, so I'm sorry if you hear a lot of ums and anyway and all that other stuff that I always use to fill in awkward spots that I struggle with. I'm trying to do better, but it always seems like I'm doing worse. In any case, this illustration is based more closely on a scene from my friend's book, and it's been a while since I read that book, but I still have fond memories of it, and I remember reading one part that disturbed me because the character, I'll call it a character, is more of a monster, but it got really creepy, and I was a little bit nervous and paranoid for a few days because of that part of the book. And I mean, I like creepy and dark aesthetics, but I can't watch horror movies or anything really suspenseful because I'll spend a long time simply being very, very paranoid. It's very sad. I'll just start looking around corners and expecting something to jump out at me, and then when the cats start running around and making noises, I'm like, it's coming. I'm like a child, I swear. In any case, see, there's another filler word, phrase, I guess, that I use. I don't know, I'm trying. Still, I'm being pestered by cats again because they find it fun to pester me when I'm working on a video. Although when I was actually working on this illustration, they didn't bother me that much. Shocker, right? They did. Well, this one cat that bothers me the most was messing with me a couple of times, but not as much as she usually does, which was surprising because she's right here trying to jump up on my desk and or knock stuff off of it. I can never tell which one she's trying to do, and it drives me insane. Yeah. Back to the illustration itself. I wanted to try and keep the colors cohesive and very dull and dreary because it's supposed to take part in winter in the thick woods, so there isn't a whole lot of shrubbery going on, and there will be probably lots of muted browns and reds, so that's the kind of color scheme I stuck with. I used a bit of yellow just to make things pop up for highlights and some grays for shading and stuff. I did use a bit of green in the shadow, although in the final product I'm not entirely sure how the green shows up. It's subtle though. If you just glanced at it, I'm sure you wouldn't notice the green bit. Cat, stop. Stop. What is with you? Oh, this illustration is from my friend's book, but it is also kind of a birthday present for her father because her father likes her book and I like her father. He's a very awesome person. So I agreed to get this done as a birthday present of sorts. So, happy birthday! If you're watching this, I hope you like it. And I hope my friend likes it too. She said that she does, but you know, I'm very insecure. I'm really trying hard not to be, but you know, it's always easier said than done. Trying to render this out was a bit complicated, kind of, because, like I said before, I don't do illustrations like this very often, and when I do, I'm always feeling kind of like, okay, now what? I'm not entirely sure where to continue, or how to continue, or what to add, or what to subtract, or what to multiply or divide. Yay, math humor. Ugh, math. So I was having a bit of trouble trying to figure out what I did and did not like with this illustration, but, you know, in the end, the quote-unquote client liked it, so yay. That's all that really matters, I guess. Although I really did. It does matter if the artist likes what they're doing too, but I did like the concept anyway, but the original idea, I think, was I wanted to be more in perspective, I guess. Like maybe the camera, so to speak, would be closer to Anvil, the man, his face, like a close up of his face, kind of, but also maybe the camera is like right beside the stag's neck, I guess, so you can kind of see the face as well as a bit of the antlers, but I guess this perspective is a bit better because then you can see what's happening, whereas with something more close up, it's a little bit more difficult to see exactly what's happening. I did have a bit of fun with the glow dodge, I think it's called, layer setting, because I didn't use it too extremely in this one, but it just felt like everything was too dreary and too muted, so I needed something to make it feel a bit more alive. So what I chose to highlight were the tines of the antlers, those little sharp points. And I really like how that turned out, and so did my friend. She pointed it out, saying that she liked it, and I was very happy. Because it made them pop. It made them look even more dangerous. And of course, this is supposed to be a very tense and high pressure and I guess important scene. So of course I wanted the danger to be highlighted. Quite literally. So yeah. How many times can I say that I enjoyed this before it gets annoying? I wonder what the next illustration she'll have me do will be. I guess I'll find out somewhat soon. Until then, I hope you all are enjoying watching this and listening to me blather on. You know, I don't reread books very often. Usually I will read one, and then if I get through it, I'll be thinking about it for a few days, and then I'll forget about it, and then eventually I'll start thinking about it again, and then I'll think, I don't remember that book very well, so maybe I should reread it. And then I'll find it, and then I'll reread it, and yeah. There are very few books, that I really like, that I really want to reread, like, right after I've already read it. And my friend's book I've been thinking about lately, and partially because of this illustration, actually. And it kind of makes me want to reread it. Just saying, so. I think we're coming close-ish to the end of this, about 5 minutes left. I hope it doesn't stress anybody out when I announce the amount of time that's left. I know sometimes when I watch videos, I completely forget that there is even a timestamp, and I'm just so engrossed in the video, and eventually I would like to be able to do videos like that, but I'm a noob. I'm so new to it. I've only been doing it for about, oh shoot, it's been like 9 months now. I've been doing videos as long as the baby has been in the womb, and that's not at all awkward to say. Okay, maybe a little bit, to be honest. Okay, anyway. It's just, wow, I hadn't even noticed that. Huh. It just felt like a few months to me, but I guess it has been 9 months. It's September, and I started doing videos regularly, at least, back in, December? I think it was early to mid-December? I'm not sure. I know it was December, though. Wow. Time flies when you're making videos, I guess. I wonder how many videos I have posted, actually. Last I looked, I think it was like 47-ish. Probably, it's gotta be at least 50 by now. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure what to talk about. I don't know. Smoke. Let's talk about smoke. I was kind of stumped on how to do the visible breath that the stag has, and I was gonna do visible breath for Anvil as well, but it just kind of felt weird with his arms being so close to his face, and then for him to also have visible breath as well. In any case, I tried to do the stag's breath in a more drawn way, and that was not looking right. So then I just kind of made the brush tool, it was a pencil tool actually, and made it large and lowered the opacity, and then I just went to town, and I think it looks like smoke or steam, something. Close enough anyway. Also tried to do a little bit of a feel of snow as well as some fog. That was a bit interesting to play with. I've done fog before and I've done snow before, but trying to do them both at the same time is a little confusing. I hope it's clear that there's fog as well as snow as well as a bit of breath showing. And I do hope that this isn't boring to listen to. I was gonna figure out an actual topic for this, but I wasn't entirely sure what kind of topic would fit this. I do want to start doing more topical videos. That might not be a word, but also trying to find topics to talk about that haven't been done to death already is a bit difficult because it seems like everybody is talking about the same things. So I just feel like I'll be adding just the same words essentially to a bank of copies. Hope that makes sense. I think it does, maybe. So my fears are just that I won't be able to add anything new to the table. I'll get over that fear though, and eventually figure out better topics to talk about, so I'm not just sitting here and constantly saying, and anyway, and in any case, and etc. Anyway, thank you for watching, and happy birthday, and there are other videos, and you know the drill, and there is a cat making noises. So thanks for watching. Bye!